What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fellow YouTubers? All of you, I bid to welcome on this static review for the Brigid Class multi-mission surveillance explorer. Obviously, that is a tier 6 starship that they just released on Thursday. And it was like the entire pack of these multi-mission explorer variants. I grabbed the entire pack, so I'm going to do reviews on all of these ships. So what you guys are about to see is going to be about the information of this thing, all of the statistics. I'm going to go through those. After that, we're going to try to customize this ship, see how much customization can be done. And after the customization, we're going to showcase all of the different visuals and aestheticals that are going to be equipped with the various space set. And we're going to do that in space. After we take care of all of the visuals, we are going to showcase the Starship Mastery Package, the Admiralty card, the bridge officers, and as last, we are going to showcase this thing in combat by doing our Gala Patrol. That's just a patrol mission that I love to do when showcasing these ships. So a lot of stuff to cover, so let's get right to it. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, I have this one already as my current starship, so I cannot right click and go to the information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all the information right here from the NPC that we are that you can obtain new starships from. And it is this one right here. This is the one that we're going to do the review about, with this really awesome wing design on top of the hull. Really cool. Anyway, let's read the information. The Brigid Class draws upon the technological achievements of that came from the Vesta class multi-mission explorers development. This Science Multi-Mission Explorer variant is equipped with the Isometric Discharge Array that fires a devastating electrical blast at a foe and releases a devastating electrical discharge to enemy nearby your target. Each Science Multi-Mission Explorer variant comes equipped with the Isometric Dispersal Array Universal Console. When this console ability is activated, your starship will charge up and release a single devastating cylindrical blast of electrical energy towards your target. Enemies that are struck will suffer heavy electrical damage and release a secondary blast of secondary energy that causes additional electrical damage and can cause subsystem to randomly go offline. This console also provides a passive bonus to direct energy damage and critical severity. Always nice to have a high amount of critical severity. Okay, so this console mode can be equipped in any of the multi-mission explorer or warbird variant. You can only equip a single one of these consoles at any given time. So after achieving level 5 in your science variant, the multi-mission explorer, you will unlock the charged particle reaction Starship Trait. Wow, that sounds really serious. While this trait is slotted, activating charged particle burst will cause a secondary, less potent version of charged particle burst to be emitted from each target hit by this ability, causing a chain reaction. Wow, that's awesome. Multi-mission explorers have a single hangar bay equipped with the Nuber runabouts. The small craft are equipped with phaser beam arrays and photon torpedo launchers. Now, obviously, if you guys are looking to maximize your pets and their abilities, there are better versions of these pets in the Dilithium store right here or at the Fleet Starbase store, so you can actually grab those that are better. Now this thing obviously comes with sensor analysis, subsystem targeting, a secondary deflector slot, always nice to see that, a hangar bay with those Danube runabouts, +5 to weapon power and also +15 to auxiliary power. Now, based upon the auxiliary power right here, I actually got like 3 of these dual heavy cannons that are based on auxiliary on the front, and that is definitely something to think about if you're actually going to utilize this thing, because all of these dual heavy cannons are going to take their weapon power from the auxiliary, so they're not going to use the weapon power but normally beams and cannons and torpedoes does, but these cannons are based off on auxiliary, so they're going to utilize auxiliary power when they're going to be fired. So that's something to think about. Also that Isometric Dispersal Array and Universal Console, and this thing is going to give us the Starship ability package. It is a science vessel, so we're going to get the enhanced particle generator that's going to give us exotic damage, advanced shield system, more shield hit points, enhanced circuitry, enhanced restoration circuitry that's going to give us healing, and reactive shield technology is going to increase the shield regeneration and also the shield hardness. And obviously that unlockable Starship Trait, the charge particle reaction that we are going to cover. Console layout, we have 3 engineering, we have 3 tactical, and we have a whopping of 5 science consoles slots, so you can go science heavy on this thing, and it's gonna be great. I already seen a couple of builds on this thing with friends and stuff like that, and they're really doing some high amount of damage with this thing. Nice. Obviously 3 weapons on the front, 3 weapons on the aft, a base hull of 37,999, let's say 38,000 hit points, and a shield modifier of 1.4, a base turn rate of 12 degrees per second, and 3 device slots, and also that hangar bay. Nothing more to be said on this thing. Let's head off to the customization part of the video. So here it is, the Brigid. Really cool in its design, really like pointy, if I can say that. And it has that awesome wing on top of the hull. Really cool to see. Obviously they're doing that whole masking of like a double deflector dish. Really liking that part. And basically typical Starfleet in its design, nothing more to be added. I mean, we have the normal standard warp nacelles, we have that elongated hull design, kind of reminds me of like the Voyager, and then basically a hull pattern. Really cool to see. We have different types of windows. We have window type number 1, and window number 1 is, you know, the typical design that you can get. Number 1 and 2. I'm just going to go back and forth between these guys, so if you guys can focus right here on the windows, you can actually see the different types of windows that they're actually going to give you to customize. So type number 2 is definitely more appealing than number 1, as you guys can actually see that. And type number 3 is more of a normal design that you can expect on Starfleet ships. Let's go with number 4. Yeah, number 4, typically Starfleet again. I'm liking number 3 a little bit more than all of the other ones. And number 5 is the default that this thing comes equipped with. The window types, I mean, really cool. We do have a couple of different material types. Now this thing comes equipped with type 7 on default. So okay, so here we go with type number 1. Now I cannot zoom in more than this. I mean, it's all the way zoomed in, so you guys yeah, really don't like this really bright skin. Kind of reminds me of a mirror. It's reflecting that sunlight a lot. So type number 1, type number 2, a little bit darker. I'm liking type number 2 more than 1. Definitely. Is definitely more appealing. Wow. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. I like it. Type number 3. Type number 3 is a little bit what you can, well, more details. I mean, the overall like design of the ship is definitely full of details, but different material types. And I mean, underneath right here, you can actually see all of these lines up here. Definitely more appealing. You can actually see more structure of the ship, more, you know, more lines being highlighted. It's not really a dull pattern as it was on type number 1. So heading off to type number 4. Oh my God, look at this thing. Type number 4 is definitely awesome. And right here, you guys can actually see on the saucer section, it has like a charcoal black. And on the warp nacelles as well, and right here as well. Okay, cool. Kind of looks like this thing has flown just a little bit too close to the sun or something like that, and has like a little bit of charcoal right there. It's got burns. Really cool. And obviously really awesome to see that these force field up here has been animated. Definitely cool. I wonder why they actually need a force field up there, but okay. Okay, whatever. This is maybe like an extra hangar bay or something like that, because they have already a hangar bay up here. Right here. We can actually see the markings of the landing strip. So they can actually see where they need to go. So what is up with this force field up there? Material type number 5. Wow. Typical like Nukara patterns up here. Definitely reminds me of that. Wow. Nice. Really cool. Cool. Very, very cool. Nice. I like it. Little bit too much on the reflection. Oh, number 6, too much reflection. Wow, it's totally blinding me. It is good when it is not being like struck by the rays of the sun and it's blinding everywhere. Oh, just like that. But when it is not facing the sunlight, it has a little bit of a bluish tint to it. Definitely cool. Now, obviously, type number 7 is the normal default skin, and this is the default skin that we are going to cover, so I'm not going to pay too much attention on that. But we are having a couple of other ones that I'm definitely going to showcase. Now, if you guys just purchase the game and you're a free-to-play player on this STO, you might not have these upgraded Vesta or the veteran version of these material types. This is because I spent a lot of money, or at least a large sum of money buying the game, a lifetime member. So they're giving me a little bit of perks on this thing, and the upgraded skin is definitely one of those. And as you guys can actually see, definitely has a higher appeal to it visually. More pleasing than all of the other ones. And even the sunlight is not really blinding, but it has a little bit of a yellow tint to it, a little bit of reddish tint to it. Really cool. Not really like, you know, bright white color. Definitely awesome. I like it. Okay, let's see the Vesta. So the Vesta variant of these material types has a little bit of a light blue touch to it, with this awesome creamy color, whitish glow on top. And right here when it is not being illuminated. Really cool. I like it. And last is going to be the upgraded version. Obviously more details, really awesome patterns overlay on this thing. Definitely love the highlights that they're actually putting on right here with the dark blue everywhere. Really awesome. Really cool. Nice. Awesome. Really cool. Nice. So I'm going to cancel all of the changes that I'm going to do, and I'm going to head off into space to showcase all of the visuals. So here we go. So this is how it looks like out of the box. The normal visuals, I'm going to zoom in all the way so you guys can actually see all of this. And let's turn to our left. And let's do a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That's good. This is how it is out of the box. Now, I definitely am seeing some changes to this this whitish pattern up here, and also underneath as well. When it is being illuminated, it kind of removes like those spots, if we can call it like that, and has a little bit of those grayish details that you can actually see on the hull, and it's not apparent everywhere, so it has a limited amount of all of those, like, you know, visuals on this thing, and it is definitely adding to the appeal of this thing. Really cool. Right here, this is all of these little details, these little spots, like it's dirty for something. Can actually see that they are going to go away when this thing is facing the sunlight. Right here, it's like cleaned up, and if we follow it along right there, they emerge out of nothing. Really awesome to see that. Now let me also start doing all of the visuals. Now obviously we are going to start off with the adaptive Mako space set, and the shieldings. Adaptive Mako space set is going to make this ship look like this. Definitely that honeycomb design what we're used to seeing on the adaptive Mako space set. Now, if you're interested to obtaining these space sets, most of them can be obtained through the reputation. So just play out the content, the STFs, the Special Task Force missions in STO, and you're going to get reputation marks. You can exchange reputation marks to get these sets. And there are some of them that you can also obtain throughout the content by just playing the mission episodes on STO and actually pick them up as a reward. So definitely, if you guys are into visuals like I am, go and grab yourself these sets, because they give you options. If you just don't like it, you can obviously exchange them to something else. And for me personally, they definitely add to the appeal of this thing. Really cool. The next one up is going to be the Aegis space set. The Aegis in its totality, three different items. Definitely love that they actually also incorporated the Bussard collectors up there to actually change color when you equip the different space sets on this thing. Definitely like the blue highlighted color up there. Oh, that's awesome. You can actually see full of details on these on the upper part, the wing plate. Definitely see that whitish pattern overlay on the nacelles as well, on the structure right here, on the warp nacelle on top as well. Really cool. And we are seeing a little bit of highlights right there. Oh, definitely. I don't know if you guys see it, but you guys can actually look inside the deflector dish housing, and it is really cool. Nice. Definitely love that pattern up here from the deflector dish from the Aegis space set. Nice. Let us continue with the Borg space set, or the assimilated space set. And just for funsies, let me also equip the universal console. Is going to give us a couple of nodes. And here we go. We are seeing that impulse modification apparatus, a warp nacelle modification, and also that huge deflector dish modification right there. Whoa, nice. Now we are seeing all of these nodes as well. That is from the universal console on top of this wing as well. Nice. And up here too. Awesome. Definitely awesome. Really cool. Really nice. The Borg space set. I do wish that they actually made the warp nacelle apparatus from the Borg. I wish they actually made it a little bit bigger, because now it's like a some kind of like space dwelling organism, like has leached upon the the warp nacelle and is doing bad stuff. That's not right. Anyway, let us move on to the counter command space set, and also remove you. All three pieces of the counter command space set. Wow. Wow, that is a thing of beauty right there. That is gorgeous. Wow. Definitely loving this design that they're actually putting up on this ship. Really cool. Kind of reminds me of a police vehicle somehow. I don't know, maybe with a black and white and a little bit of red and blue to it. Nah, yeah, I think it is. All right, when it's not being lit up by the sunlight right here. Wow. The counter command space set, really beautiful in its design. Really cool. Nice. Definitely love that they actually also implement the changes to the warp nacelles, like, you know, with all of the different space set. Not only the skin is going to change because they're adding, like, you know, visual stuff to it, but also the Bussard collectors are changing. The warp nacelle color is changing. Really nice. We're also seeing that the force field on some space set is like gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay, cool. Which one is going to be next? The Delta. Delta and Delta. 1, 2, 3. Here we go with the Delta space set. Now, for those that are really observant on the Delta space set, the Delta space set has like I usually call it like a monotone color. So it's like one big color from the front all the way to the back of this thing. But if you really have like a really sharp eye for details, you are basically going to look at here and it's going to change. And that is something that I definitely am fond of. The changes that they're doing right here on the hull, on the pattern right here, definitely awesome to look at. And this is also what I mean with like the Bussard collectors changing color, the warp nacelle changing color, the force field is back up. All of those things are definitely adding to the appeal of this thing. And all of the details that are right here when it's not being lit up by the sunlight, So it's a little bit of a darker tint, darker shade. When we actually turn this thing around, when it's like being lit up by the the rays of the sun, all of those details are gone. So you still have a little bit of like, you know, monotone colorization to this thing. And nice, right? Nice. Definitely an appealing, good looking ship, if you can call it that. All right, let's do the Dyson. Do we have all three? Yep. Here we go with the Dyson spaceship patterns, overlays, and aesthetics. Really nice. You can actually see, oh man, this is what I mean with the Dyson space set. Definitely appealing to most of the ships that I've been doing aesthetically, like visuals, reviews. The Dyson space set definitely is on the top 3 in its design that I definitely like. You can see the force field is gone again, or is it not? No, it is gone. No, it is. It is right there. Okay. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's definitely there. You can actually see that animation going back and forth. Nice. Definitely cool to look at this thing. And I actually love the transition when it comes from the shadow side right there. That transition, definitely like that. And let's see it underneath when it's going to be lit up right there. Nice. I like it. So the Iconian is going to be next in line. Now, some of you don't actually like the Iconian space set in its visuals. I mean, I can understand it's not really something that you might like to have on your ship. But me personally, definitely a big fan of the Iconian space set. Has those little tribal tattoo markings on top. Really nice. Definitely cool. And we can see that force field back up. And really awesome animation right there from the deflector dish. Nothing really on the engine exhaust, on the engine wake right there. No real good animation, just like, you know, those red lines that you guys are seeing with warp nacelles emitting like a yellowish glow. But this ship in its totality, definitely loving these patterns up here, these freckles, if you can call it like that. The black freckles that are apparent at night and they're gone in the morning. Oh man. Let us move on. Now we just covered the Iconian, so we are going to cover the Jem'Hadar space set. Now the Jem'Hadar space set is one of those sets that I was talking about that you can obtain through playing the mission content of STO, the featured, or at least not the featured episode, because it's not been featured for a long time, but just the content, so just the episodes that is available throughout STO. You might have to run an episode twice or maybe 3 times to actually get the entire set. So the engines, the shields, and the deflector dish. But my oh my, this thing is definitely worthwhile. Look at that. That is just... The warp nacelles are totally changed up. The impulse engines are emitting this pinkish, purplish color. More purple than pinkish, purple color. And it's definitely has an appealing factor. To me, at least, definitely. I wish they had some sort of like randomization of all of these visuals options when you actually go inside a map or a zone, that they actually randomize all of the visuals from your ship to have like a randomization. Like, let's say you're warping inside a space dock from, I don't know, from a mission, and then it's going to randomly choose a Iconia deflector with the Nukara visuals and the temporal defense engines, you know, to display the visuals. Wasn't that be something? So you can have like totally different designs, and when you're like warp out again, it's going to randomly choose something else in its totality. Really cool to see that. All right, the Nukara. Where is the Nukara? Now, obviously, there are a couple of space sets that do not offer any changes to the visuals of the ship. So aesthetically wise, that one of those sets being the Kobali, the Mako, we already covered because that's the same one as the adaptive version. So I'm going to skip those and I'm going to go to the Nukara. The Nukara visuals are being displayed right now. Wow. Wow, that is awesome. Look at that centerpiece. Oh, right here on top as well. Oh man, that's awesome. Kind of looks like the whole plating is gone. I don't know if you guys remember that episode. Was it the Year of Hell, if memory serves me correct? Where they actually had like Voyager a little bit like stripped down to its like bare bulkheads and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of that. Voyager, yeah, I think it was Year of Hell. With the anoraks and the crenim and stuff like that. Even the warp nacelles are like, they're like stripped down. Nice. Let's see. Oh, definitely awesome right here. Definitely awesome. Look at that. Really cool animation from the deflector dish. Nice. Even the Bussard collectors has changed color. Awesome. Very awesome. All right, next in line is going to be this one, the Omega Force. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. It's not really overwhelming with all of the visuals, but definitely apparent that is the Omega visuals right here. Wow. Now, obviously, you guys can see the engine wake is really unique on the Omega. It has a little bit of an animation like it's being propelled through rockets or rocket force. Wow, looks good, right? Looks awesome. Looks good. I like it. I like it. The Omega we just covered. The Quantum Phase is one of those space sets that doesn't offer any changes, so I'm skipping those as well. The Riemann. The Riemann definitely has visuals. Look at that. Oh boy, oh boy. Nice. Oh man, that is such a gorgeous looking ship. Wow. I wonder if that force field has something to do with the location of the bridge, because I'm guessing like this upper part is like the location of the bridge somewhere right here. Maybe that's just like an added security or something like that. More of a robust structure with a force field going up. Now the Riemann visuals, they don't actually change based upon the position when it is facing the sun or it's being struck by the rays, or when it's not being lit up. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to change, but it's definitely awesome to look at this thing. That honeycomb design, definitely awesome. It jumps out on you, man. It jumps out on you. The Romulan is going to be next in its totality, making the ship look like this. Awesome looking, right? I like it. Has a little bit of these highlighted colors to it when it's not being lit up by the sun, obviously. And I like it. Now, obviously, as a space set, it's one of the oldest one that there is available up here. The Romulan space set. It is one of the oldest one. It is not the oldest one, but definitely visually pleasing. And here we go when it is being lit up. That transition, I love that transition. That is awesome. That is cool. Nice. Oh, that transition. That transition gets me every time. That's awesome. All right. The temporal defense, where are you? Now, obviously, I'm going to skip a couple of them. The Sol defense, no visuals right there. The Solanae, no visuals. So I'm going to skip those. And we're going to go with the Disco space set. The temporal defense space set. Obviously, right here in its full potential. Nice. Has that structure. I always compare it to like when Earth is like really, really dry. It has like that, you know, those cracking patterns between them. Kind of reminds me of this. A little bit of a concrete type of structure on the warp nacelles underneath. Definitely cool. And right here, all of the lights are going to go and going to emanate, going to be disco. That's why you guys call this a disco space set, because all of the lights, all 256 million colors are going through your screen right now. Somewhere along the somewhere along the ship there are colors that you and I are seeing. Anyway, temporal, so going to be the Terran one next in line. Is that the Terran one? Yeah, okay. And this one is the Terran. Shields, 1 to 3. This is the Terran space set visuals. Nice. Really huge deflector dish. The beam of light all the way from the deflector dish to the front of the ship. Maybe E.T. wants to phone home. Using beam of light. And here we go. When this thing is being lit up. Nice. It is losing a little bit of details. I mean, most of the details are apparent when it's like, you know, at the darker sides, lights and stuff like that. But as if visuals go, it definitely has a little bit of an appeal to it, or at least for me personally, definitely looks good. All right, and the Terran we just covered. The Breen. And the Breen space set. Wow. I always compare the Breen space set to an industry or industrial like design. Oh, let's put a bulkhead right there. Why not? Aft plating? We don't need no freaking aft plating. This ship is functional. It's not really pretty, it's functional. It has a job to do, and let's get to it. Really nice. Right here, even more details are coming into life when it's not being lit up. Definitely cool. Nice. All right. The last space set visuals that I'm going to display is the one from the Reputation, from the Lucari. This one and this one. Yep, all three of those. Making this ship look like this. Definitely awesome. Oh, that transition. That is a thing of beauty right there. In all honesty, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of like sci-fi movies and stuff like that. But those white lines that are like on top of this ship definitely reminds me of the movie Tron. Right here as well. Very, very good in its design, Cryptic. Good job, man. These ships looks definitely awesome. All of them. Because I had a sneak and peek. I was like, I want to see all of them before I make the videos about them. And definitely awesome in its design. Nice. Stay there for a minute, would you? All right. Definitely awesome. I'm going to equip a different... There. Because that deflector dish was making too much noise. Definitely a good looking ship. Anyway, the visuals we already covered. Just to give you guys a rundown, this thing has 3 weapons on the front and the aft, as well a deflector dish and a secondary deflector dish, a warp and impulse and shieldings, 3 device slots, 3 engineering consoles, 3 tactical consoles, and a whopping of 5 science console slots. And also 1 hangar bay. You can have those standard Danube runabouts that comes equipped with these things, but you can also get the upgraded version from the dilithium store, and those are a little bit better, I guess. These advanced Danube has a phaser array, chronoton, torpedoes, and a tractor beam version 2 or Mark 2. So they have like a little bit better abilities, I should say, but still, you know, it's still not the best one out there, but it is what it is. Starship Mastery, level 1 is going to give us plus 50% damage to exotic damage abilities. Level 2 is going to increase the maximum shield hit points by 10%. Level 3 is going to increase the hull healing and shield healing abilities by 10%. Level 4 is going to give us 657.5 shield regeneration every 6 seconds, and also is going to reduce damage to shields by 5%. Level 5 is going to be that unlockable Starship Trait, the charge particle reaction. So activating charge particle burst applies charge particle reaction to each target hit, and also disable cloaking systems for 5 seconds. Also towards your enemy, minus 2.8% shield hardness for 5 seconds, and also minus 1230.8 target shields. And I guess that's going to be all shield facing, or could be just the shield impact, the one that you're going to be targeting at. So definitely awesome to see this chained up in different ships. But if I want to showcase this, I have to level this thing all the way to level 5. And can actually I actually want to showcase this thing before I wait a minute. In progress 3, which one is done? Okay, this one is done. So let me also showcase the Admiralty card on this thing. This one is a Surveillance Explorer, so it is this one right here. So the multi-mission Surveillance Explorer has a tier 6 with a rarity of 3 stars and has 28 points in engineering, 35 in tactical, and 54 in science, obviously with 18 hours in cooldown. And these special abilities, thank you so much guys for actually explaining what this thing actually meant, because I was really amazed on the support that you guys are giving. So thumbs up for you guys as well, and me being like, you know, really stupid and don't really understand what it was meaning, what this was actually meant. So I asked to you guys out there, and thank you so much for explaining it. So it is my understanding, like if there is like a special event going on, this is going to ignore the science from those events, and it's definitely going to be appealing to some of you guys. That is going to increase these numbers. Obviously it is an 18-hour maintenance or an 18-hour cooldown, and it's on reserve currently because I haven't selected that, obviously. Like I said, I equipped 3 of these babies on the front, and I'm actually going to raise my auxiliary power level because these things actually utilize auxiliary power. The bridge officer station I'm going to cover right now. We have a Lieutenant Commander Universal, our temporal ops station, so we can select you up there. We have a Lieutenant Universal station, so we can select everybody up there if we want to. You good. A Lieutenant Tactical Station, so what do you have? Okay, that's good enough. That is definitely awesome because I'm going to use these, the dual heavy cannons. We have a Lieutenant Engineering Station for more engineering abilities. What do you have? A boarding party? Fine, why not? A Commander Science Station. Alright, and let me put somebody else here. Karas. So we have cannon, scatter volley, and rapid fire, and also torpedoes that we're not going to use. But anyway, it is fine. Like I always say, don't use these as a build. No real thought has gone into this, so don't use it. I'm just selecting something to have as like ability to showcase this thing in combat. Now the next part is definitely going to be combat. I usually also display the bridge right here, but since these ships don't have a unique bridge, there is definitely no point in showcasing those. So next part is going to be our Gala System Patrol. The mission wanted. Definitely awesome. Now, obviously, I am going to utilize these stupid pets to kill the enemy. Now, like I always say on this section of the video, this is not a build. This is just a representation of what this ship is capable of coming out of the box. Obviously, you guys can equip different consoles that is going to enhance your weapons, your shields, and your forward weapons and abilities that are going to be definitely better than the ones that I have. But it is what it is right now, and I am definitely going to showcase this thing as a basic version. Now let's do rapid fire. Oh shit, I am away. Okay, rapid fire was done for. Let's do this one. Nice. Wow, 12,000. Not bad, not bad. Those auxiliary cannons definitely good to have. Let's use you. Cannon rapid fire the guy. Go, 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 go. Nice. Dead. Die. Nice. Now obviously we have these isometric discharge array. This is that universal console. We are going to hit that rock. And let's use a gravity well on these guys and use that isometric discharge array maybe on these guys because they're grouped up together. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, fire. Look at that. It chained off of the other guy and my shields are gone. Why is my shields gone? Give me all of your shields. That's a neat ability to have, right? High yield on your butt. Nice, nice. This thing is definitely cool to fly. It's stripping away all of these guys' shields. It's fine, it's fine. It's not, we're not done yet. Here, let's have some help. Ox the Sif. Or, oh, this is parallel. Okay. Thought I had Ox the Sif on. Ooh. Who did that? Ooh. 69. Nice, nice. Apex. Then put a gravity well on you. Oh, this thing isn't done. Nice. Let's do boarding party. Why not? Go boarding parties. Go, go, go. Those auxiliary. Maybe I can put it a little bit down because I really don't need that much. Hey. Why can't I put it away? So let's put a little bit on shields and the rest in auxiliary to have a little bit more survivability, obviously. Oh, this thing is done, so let's use evasive maneuvers and stop, gravity well, and electric discharge. Boom! Nice. And also let me strip away your shields. That's how you do that. Now you guys can take care of the other one. So I hope you guys had enjoyment out of this video a little bit. Also, if you guys are actually wanting to buy this thing, definitely awesome, but keep in mind that this is a science heavy ship. Doesn't have a lot of weapons to deal damage in the conventional manner, but it has these, or at least it has one of these, the auxiliary phaser dual heavy cannons that you can utilize based upon your auxiliary power level. Definitely awesome. As I said, science heavy, so you have like lots of abilities to utilize in your science, and also exotic damage and stuff like that. Definitely cool to be played with, if you can say it like that. Anyway, I hope you guys are going to be here for the other videos as well, and I hope to see you on those too. For now, I'm going to say take care and later.